Hello everyone, today I wanted to introduce Daedo Shikdang, one of my favorite Hanwoo Korean barbecue restaurants in Seoul. This place specializes in using an iron griddle instead of a charcoal grill, and the iron griddle, when fired up, causes an intense Maillard reaction with all the rich fat of Hanwoo. I'm gonna start off with some Sero soju, which seems to be a new brand in Korea with zero sugar, so it makes you feel less guilty and has a crisp taste. This is 2 portions of Hanwoo ribeye. Look at all the fat content and the beautiful red meat. So again, the key is to really grill the griddle until it's super hot. And then you start grilling the surface so all the fat melts and you make the surface really crispy and contain all the beef juice inside. So as Koreans, you have to grill lots of garlic to the point where your whole body smells like garlic. They added some gochu, which is a type of Korean peppers. Obviously that's gonna balance the fatty taste. I never noticed this in other cuisine, but we actually use scissors to cut our beef in Korean barbecue. This is the only way you ensure that the inside is still somewhat cooked, even if you want to keep it medium rare. This is one of my favorite side dish called baekgimchi, which literally means white kimchi. She's resting some of the meat on that little grill to let the meat rest. I think the best way to enjoy kbbq, unless it's marinated, is to go with straight salt and pepper. The salt really accentuates the fatty taste of Hanwoo. Okay, I'm also just enjoying my other side dish, the mushroom and peppers. I think the beauty of Korean cuisine is all these meticulously prepared side dish. Okay, this is probably their highlight. This is called gakdugi bokkeumbap, which is basically kimchi fried rice made not exactly with kimchi, but with gakdugi, which is basically kimchi made with radish. So the radish brings out the sweet, savory taste, and you pour that on the griddle with the beef fat, and you let that sizzle, and then you mix all the rice. I mean, it has to be good. Next, I want to introduce you to Jjampong, which is a Korean-style Chinese spicy noodle with seafood. This is the national competitor for jjajangmyeon, which is the noodle with black bean sauce. As far as I know, Jjampong originated from Japan, but the meaning is similar in Korea, where it's a really rich noodle dish with a variety of ingredients like seafood, vegetable, except it's really spicy in Korea. This is tangsuyuk, probably Koreans' most favorite Chinese dish. It's essentially sweet and sour fried pork. It's really good. It's sweet, sour, has soy sauce taste. It's supposed to be super crispy. I strongly recommend it. Next, we went to a Bingsoo dessert place called Seoul. It's a big franchise. And today we ordered half of mango with cheese and the other half with injeolmi, which is basically soybean powder with sugar topped with anko or red bean paste. It's great that they offer this half and half option where you taste something fruity followed by something nutty. I wouldn't say they're the best bingsu in Korea, but it's definitely worth trying once.
Keep it simple, stupid, that's all you gotta do. We've been hit by Cupid. Tell me what you tryna do. Cause you know you wanna feel all up on me, yeah. And you know I wanna feel all up on him too. So you know we gonna do all of that times two. Just say the word, count down like 3, 2.
This is a Tonkatsu restaurant called Bunjiro. It's located on the restaurant floor in the Lotte department in Myeongdong. Myeongdong can sometimes be a little too hectic in my opinion. It's hard to find good restaurants with true value. Oftentimes they only appeal to foreigners. When you're always in doubt about where to go, going to one of these department stores will always be a safe bet. I didn't know, but apparently this restaurant originated from a famous tonkatsu restaurant in Nagasaki, Japan, and the Korean chef directly learned all the know-how from that location and opened his own location here in Myeongdong. So this is what I ordered, and obviously I'm a hungry monster, so I like to order everything. The set consisted of hirekatsu, which is pork tenderloin, ebikatsu, which is shrimp, and roskatsu, which is your usual pork loin. There's miso soup. The rice was really good, and your usual tsukemono, some tartar sauce. This is their homemade tonkatsu sauce. I love tonkatsu sauce. It's really sweet and tangy. And this is their refreshing salad dressing. Obviously, I could tell they used really good pork. It was really soft, with a good portion of fat. The epikatsu was very crispy. It was a very satisfying meal at a nice atmosphere, and I strongly recommend this place. This is called a Croffle, which means waffle made with croissant, which was apparently made popular in Korea. You can see how chewy that dough is. They sold this at the basement floor food court section at the Lotte department store. I want to introduce one more beef barbecue restaurant called Chanko 43. This is also a franchise and has a similar concept as Daedo Shikdang that I introduced earlier, where they use the iron griddle. Whereas Daedo Shikdang has more of a rustic and more authentic Korean vibe, this place is a little more fancy, a little more refined. Might be a good place to invite some guests. You can see all the variety of banchan like kakdugi, scallion salad, or pamuchim. Their beef is also Hanwoo of the highest quality, and they also grill some potatoes and other veggies all at the same time. This is their highlight called doenjang juk. Doenjang is Korean soybean fermented paste, and instead of making the usual jjigae soup with it, they're trying to make a porridge, which is basically a much thickened and denser form of soup. Okay, so this is the last day of my Seoul food trip. And of course, I'm finishing my trip with some haejanguk and bulgogi at the Incheon airport before my flight back to the States. This is a classic soup that all Koreans eat if you drank really hard the day before. I want to thank you for watching some of my Seoul food tour videos. I have a lot more coming, and I hope I can introduce some real authentic Korean and Japanese restaurants. So please subscribe, and thank you for watching.